you doing today? आज का हमारा ये सेशन है वो है ऑल स्पीकिंग इंटरव्यू का. Just like many other videos, इस वीडियो में भी हमारे साथ एक स्टूडेंट है जिसके साथ हम रियल लाइक ऑल स्पीकिंग इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट करेंगे. ऑल स्पीकिंग इंटरव्यू में आपके 3 सेक्शंस रहते हैं. पार्ट 1 इंट्रोडक्टरी, और इस पे एग्जामिनर चाहे तो आपसे 2 या 3 डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स पर एट एन एवरेज 2 से 3 क्वेश्चन पूछता है, followed by the cue card and finally follow-up questions. एग्जामिनर आपको 4 पैरामीटर्स पे जज करेगा. 4 पैरामीटर कौन कौन से हैं ये डेफिनेटली अब तक आपको पता चल गया है. नहीं पता है तो आप हमेशा ध्यान में रखेंगे, तभी आपको पता चलेगा कि आप कौन सी चीज सही कर रहे हैं, कौन सी नहीं कर रहे हैं, या जिसकी वजह से आपका स्कोर अफेक्ट हो रहा है या हो सकता है. सबसे पहली चीज है फ्लुएंसी एंड कोहेरेंस. Number 2 is lexical resources. That means आपके पास अच्छी vocabulary है to present your ideas. Number 3, as in the writing, once again grammatical range. And finally, जो writing से काफी different है is the pronunciation. So make sure that you work on your pronunciation. Correct English बोलना सीखिए. It's not about learning the accent or changing your accent, but it's all about speaking clearly and pronouncing the words correctly. आइए without wasting time start करते हैं आज का इंटरव्यू. Let's see how the student is going to perform during this test. So, may I know your name, please?
Sir, my name is Manpreet.
Okay, Manpreet, may I have your passport, please?
Yes, sure. Here it is.
Thank you very much. And it states your name is Manpreet, and I will address you by your first name. How did you get this name, dear?
Well, my mother always told me that this name was given to me by my grandfather. So due to this reason, this name is very special for me.
Very right. And is there any particular tradition or how children get their name in your country?
Well, the majority of the individuals of my country, they decide the name of the children through the holy books. Even some modern parents, they also take the help of the internet, or they give the name of their favorite celebrity to their child.
Okay, I got it. Given a chance, would you like to change your name?
Honestly speaking, I would never like to change my name. As I mentioned earlier, that this name was given to me by my grandfather, so that's why it is very close to my heart. So I really don't want to change it.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Let me ask you a few questions related to taking breakfast.
Yeah.
How important is for you to take breakfast?
Well, it is very important to have the breakfast, as while having it, I remain active and fresh throughout the day, as in this way I can work effectively without any problem. As I'm a student, so I don't get too much time for having my lunch, so I never skip any
Very
time.
nice. And how important is for you to have all the 3 meals of the day, or do you skip any meal of the day?
Well, most of the times I prefer to have the 3 meals of the day, but sometimes when I have to important work to do, at that time I don't mind to skip it, because work is important for me rather than taking the 3 meals. As in the morning time I'm a ritual of drinking 1 glass of the milk, which makes me feel active throughout the day.
Interesting. Do people take all the 3 meals of the day in your country?
Definitely, as the people have a hectic schedule, so they indulge themselves in their work throughout the day, so they never miss their 3 meals, because they are having too much burden of their professional and their personal life. So they prefer to have the 3 meals of the day.
Very nice. Let's continue the same topic. Now I'll ask you a few more questions related to outside food or eating outside food. How common is among the people in your country to have food outside?
Well, it is very common, as today all the people are working outside to fulfill the basic needs of their family members, so they don't get sufficient time to cook food for themselves, so that's why they rely on outside food in order to come out from their hunger. Even outside food is too delicious, so that's why people have become addicted towards eating that.
Have you ever placed an order for outside food sitting at your home?
Well, I still remember that 2 months ago I invited my friends at my home, and at that time I ordered from Zomato as their service is too brilliant, as they delivered the food just in 30 minutes, and it was amazing experience for me.
So, what kind of food items you generally order when you eat outside?
Well, I order different type of things when I eat outside. It totally depends upon my mood. But most of the time I ordered cheese pizza because its taste is finger licking delicious, and I cannot stop myself eating.
Really, that's my favorite as well. Let's move on and ask you a few more questions related using pen and pencil. Do you prefer to write with a pen or a pencil?
To be honest, most of the time I give priority to write with pencil because this way I can erase my mistakes without any problem. Even according to me, my writing comes more beautiful with it.
Mm-hmm. Uh, why more and more youngsters you think are not into the habit of writing these days?
As we can see that these days all the children are having electronic gadgets, so most of the time they indulge themselves in using that, as they have become habitual of typing instead of writing. So this is the main reason behind this.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever gifted or received pen or a pencil as gift?
Well, it's interesting question. On my previous birthday, one of my friends, she gave a black pen to me as a gift, and my handwriting comes too beautiful with it, and I really like that pen. And I use this pen whenever I have to write something special, for example, a letter to my friend.
Fantastic. This is the end of part one of this test. Now I'll give you a cue card, and for that you will have 1 minute to prepare your answer, and then you have to deliver a speech for around 1 to 2 minutes. The cue card is here in front of you. You have to talk about a skill that you know and you can teach others. What the skill is, how you learned it, to whom you would like to teach the skill, and why you think you can teach. Your 1 minute preparation time starts now, and then you have to deliver a speech for around 1 to 2 minutes. If needed, I will stop you. Well, your 1 minute time is over. Please start the answer.
Okay. Well, learning a new skill is an art. Until now, I have learned many skills in my life, and here I would surely take this opportunity to talk about that skill that I would like to teach to one of my cousins, and that is cooking. Honestly, I am too much passionate towards cooking since my childhood. As my mother, she has a gifted hand, so she always cooked different type of delicious dishes for me in order to make me feel special. As when I turned 13, she started teaching this skill to me, and initially I learned this skill with full enthusiasm. Even at that time, I also took the help from the YouTube, as it is a wonderful source of videos. So I always searched about different dishes on the YouTube. Due to this reason, now I can easily cook national as well as international items by sitting at my home without any problem. And my cousin, she is well aware about my skill, as recently she got her visa. So now she want to learn this skill from me, as yesterday she called me and she requested me to teach this skill to her. So now I have planned to teach this skill to her. Even I would be happy while teaching this skill, since I am well aware about the ingredients of all the dishes. So I am having faith on myself that I will definitely able to teach this skill to her in a well mannered, in a good way, and we have a good connection, so that due to this reason she will also learn this skill happily from me without any problem, as I really want that while reaching there she would not face any difficulties, and she can easily cook food for herself without depending on the outside food, which is not only expensive but also
Thank you very much. That's pretty much all. Um, Let me ask you a few more questions related to this similar topic. And the very first question is, do you think practical skills are important?
Absolutely, they are very important, as if we are having knowledge about different practical skills, we can easily survive in this modern era without any problem. As having the knowledge of these skills, a person can feel confident and independent.
Can you give me a few examples?
Definitely, if I talk about the cooking, As if a person is having knowledge about this skill, then he or she can easily cook food for herself without depending on others.
Mhm. And what is the most important practical skill in today's modern society?
Well, according to me, it is none other than driving. As we know that if we are having knowledge about the driving, we can easily commute from one place to another, and it really saves our precious time, which we can further utilize on our important work. As for example, my both parents are working, so whenever I have to reach to my school, I always go by my own vehicle, which makes me feel independent.
So, do you think being able to operate technical devices is also an important skill to have?
Undoubtedly, it is one of the important skills, as if we are having knowledge about operating these electronic gadgets, then we can easily use that. It really makes our life comfortable. As for example, if a person is good in using computer, then they can get jobs with handsome salaries, and they can spend a luxury life due to this.
Okay. Uh, can you tell me some of the skills that are difficult to learn?
Well, in my perception, initially we face difficulties in all the skills. But if we are getting the proper guidance, or if we are interested towards learning those skills, then we can easily learn that without any problem. For example, if I talk about our driving, if we are getting training from a expert, then we can easily grasp all the things, and we can become a good driver within no time.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But still, is there any skill that you find difficult to learn? Or at least for you, it is very difficult to learn?
Well, if I talk about me, I really find it difficult to play a musical instrument. As a playing a musical instrument is not a cup of tea, and we have to have a good understanding of a music, and I don't think that I'm capable of it.
Okay. Let me ask you another question that is it more important to have qualification instead of practical skills?
Well, I think that both are equally important. As if we are highly qualified, undoubtedly we can get jobs with handsome salaries, but at the same time it is important to have the practical skills, as in this way we can perform in that fields appropriately without any problem. For example, if I talk about the profession of medical science, then it is really very mandatory to have some practical skills in order to perform the surgeries.
Okay, for the surgeons, yes. So qualification and practical skills both are important. Can you tell me other professions as well in which practical skills are required?
Well, there are many professionals who should have practical skills, as professionals, doctors, engineers, designers, and architects. So it is important for them to use the practical skills on the daily basis.
Okay. Thank you, Manpreet. Thank you very much. It's the end of your test. You have a good day ahead.
Speaking Booster is an electronic book that contains the sample answer of the latest cue cards by Raman sir, along with solved follow-ups and introductory questions. Speaking Booster has some unique features. For example, free updates, 6 months validity, easy access, 24/7. You can read this book on your mobile, and it comes with updates on demand. The best part is that it has a very interactive interface that makes reading an electronic book far more enjoyable than a paper-based book. Instant access, that means if you wish to buy it, within the next 30 seconds you can have this book with you, and it is available globally. Students from any part of the world can buy it right now. To purchase Speaking Booster, download Ielts coaching application on your Android phone and Class Plus on your Apple phone, and then enter ORG code Ielts. Once you are on the home screen, click on store at the bottom and purchase Speaking Booster by making card payment or any other digital payment. As soon as you make the payment, the book get unlocked and you can access it. That is it. Now enjoy.